my surgery was April 11th of 2019. I did have the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. Sorry, I'm driving along in my car right now, and I think the reason that I'm doing this in my car is because I always come up with a reason on not to record a video, which is why I haven't recorded a video in like 6 months. So I decided that now is the time to come do this video. I had my surgery. After surgery, I freaked out a little bit, thinking, oh my God, I'm doing this wrong. I'm not losing weight like I'm supposed to. I'm failing. Should I have had the surgery? Am I ever going to change my lifestyle? Those were a lot of fears that I had inside, and you know, they're fears that I still have right now. Still have them right this second, which I think is the reason why I am choosing to come back on here. No more excuses. Sorry if it's wobbly. And get some videos out there and maybe get some weight loss surgery community perspective on what I have going on, and maybe also have some accountability for my weight loss journey. So some stats. My highest weight before surgery was 282 pounds. That was my highest weight ever recorded. Not saying that at some point I wasn't higher. Very well could have been. On my day of surgery, I was 248 pounds. And today I weighed in at 201.8 pounds. And let me tell you, this trying to get into the 100s, it has really really kind of thrown me for a loop. I have just been stuck in this low 200 area for quite a while now. I went on a 2-week vacation. My husband and I, we went to Seattle, and then we also went on a cruise out of Seattle to Alaska. Cruise was amazing. It really was. Did I do amazing on my diet? Sure didn't. When I left for the cruise, I was about 205 pounds. When I came home from the vacation, I was at 211 pounds. And I knew it. I was eating all the wrong things. I was eating... The food was just not that good on the cruise. And it's not that I was overeating. It was what I was eating. I had so much just fluid retention. It wasn't pounds, like fat pounds that was gained. It was, body not used to eating out all the time, and water retention. And I even told my husband, I'm like, oh my God, I feel so bloated. And I mean, the truth about it is once I got back, within 2 days, I was back down to, 204 pounds, actually. So all that fluid weight did come back off. But I was like, hey, let's stay a little wild, I guess. And then I went back up to like 207, and then I started saying this can't be a thing. start to do. Started tracking again. Started going back to the basics, is what some people would say. But, you know, I didn't do like this pouch reset thing. I didn't do any of that. You know, but I went back on plan. You know, eating whole healthy foods. You know, maintaining a low carb lifestyle. I don't really do a keto lifestyle because I don't track macros per se, but I also don't. So let's just face it, I'm a cardiothoracic surgeon's nurse, and the amount of fat that a keto diet like recommends scurs me. It does. But low carb, I feel like I am able to eat plenty of protein, plenty of vegetables, not have to worry about starches, and just make sure that, you know, I get in healthy foods. And then we go to this morning, I weighed in at 201.8. I'm just waiting for the other foot to drop and, you know, go back up to 205 again, because that's where I've been hanging out for over a month. Up, down, all around. Kind of makes me feel like, you know, how I used to feel when I was on a diet and didn't have the surgery, didn't have the VSG as a tool. It's kind of frustrating. Although, and I really need to start taking my measurements a little bit more seriously, because, you know, my clothes fit better. I've gone from a size 26. I'm wearing a size 16, and I bought the 16 like a month, you know, these 16s right before we went on vacation. And the 16s were, you know, a little snug, but, you know, now they're fitting comfortably. I'm incorporating more exercise, making sure I get steps in, making sure I do very light weightlifting, but in repetitions. I'm not trying to necessarily get bulky, but yeah, muscle helps increase your metabolism. So we're trying to get, you know, some metabolism up, and we're also trying to get some kind of shape, because let me tell you, my shape right now is just deflated skin. What's the other thing that's driving me crazy? I could tell you. It's this hair loss stuff. I feel like I'm going bald. You know, I'm not crying over it, but it's got me a little freaked out. Okay, a lot freaked out. It's like, when is the hair gonna stop falling out? So that's the other thing that, you know, the reason why I wanted to start, you know, tracking my intake is, of course, if you don't get enough protein, if you don't get your vitamins and your iron in, I mean, that can definitely affect hair and nail growth and things like that, because it needs nutrients for your hair, for your nails, for your skin, and without that nutrients, it's not gonna do right. It's not gonna grow. And I just feel like every day, by the fistfuls, it just comes out, and I'm frustrated with it, and I'm sick of it. And it has, I don't know, just to the point where I want to like either wear a wig or put in like extensions or something like that. I'm generally not that vain of a person, but I don't want to be a bald person either. So back to this whole, like, is it a stall? You know, or am I just not doing it right? You know, I'm not, you know, I'm 5.5 months in, and, you know, from date of surgery, I'm only down, what, 47 pounds. Granted, from my highest recorded weight, I'm down 80 pounds. My lab work looks amazing. I'm not on any diabetic medications. My hemoglobin A1C is 5.7. My blood pressure is perfect. You know, everything is definitely, number-wise, is spot on. And I'm very appreciative of that. I'm not saying that I'm not. And I'm also, I do not regret having VSG surgery. I just feel like I could do better. I feel like I could follow the plan better. But there are still those times where I'm just like, I'm gonna eat it because I want it. Which is the same mindset that I had before surgery. I'm gonna eat it because I want it. I don't know how to change my mindset. I don't know how to say, I'm not going to eat it because I would rather be healthy. Because I would rather live a longer life. I mean, the whole reason I got VSG surgery, it had zero to do with any kind of vanity, anything. You know, I never, you know, I don't even plan on, like, having plastics. People ask me all the time, hey, are you know, are you gonna do plastics or you know, anything along that lines? And that has never really been a thought in the back of my head, because the surgery was never about appearance, ever, not even a little bit. You know, if there's a medical reason why I need to have skin removal surgery, then I will address it at that time. But as of right now, I don't have a medical reason to have skin removal surgery. And let's face it, that abdominoplasty, that does not even look a little bit fun. People who get it done, man, y'all are my heroes, because that just, looks painful. So right now, I mean, it's just not even something that I've contemplated. But again, not saying that it would never happen. I'm just saying it's just not something that's on my mind now. Mine has always been about living a healthier life. You know, my mom died 67. My mom's mom died at 65, and both of them passed away due to obesity, flat out. You know, my mom's mom, my grandma, she had, you know, diabetes, and that turned into renal failure, congestive heart failure. You know, but why? Why did she have diabetes in the first place? Because of obesity. My mom, you know, she went into the emergency room, and they did blood gases on her, and, you know, her CO2 was so high because she wasn't getting any oxygen to the rest of her body. What did she have? Obesity-induced hypovolemia. Basically, her fat was squishing her lungs, and she wasn't able to get a good oxygen CO2 exchange. So she was depriving her body of oxygen, killing herself very slowly. And I turned 42 this year. Makes me feel like my clock is ticking, knowing that my mom and my nanny died in their early 60s. Well, not early 60s, but in their 60s, which is way too young, in my opinion. So even though I chose to have this surgery, only for health reasons, I still make those unhealthy choices. I just can't. I just can't eat them in the same quantities that I used to. And making those unhealthy choices scares me, because I make them unconscionably. It's not until afterwards that I sit there and I think, what have I done? Like, it's not like when I see like a cookie, for instance. See cookie, pick up cookie, eat cookie. Like, there is no other little thought process going on besides, oh, that cookie looks good, let me eat that cookie. And I'll only eat one. I won't like binge on it, and I won't, I'll eat one then and, maybe have another one, but why did I even need to pick up that one cookie without even thinking twice about it? And that's to go with anything, macaroni and cheese or a slice of pizza. I don't overeat, and I don't binge on it. So I generally, stay within my portion limit, most definitely, because I don't want to ever throw up. But those are high calorie foods. Just because I eat smaller portions of it doesn't mean that, I'm still not going to have too many calories in a day. And I don't care, surgery, not surgery, whatever. Weight loss is going to be calories in versus calories out. One of the reasons why I figured that the surgery would definitely help me is it was always because of the amount that I could eat. I was a heavy eater. Like, I'm the person that, could eat a whole rotisserie chicken. That, no matter if I was on a low carb diet, high carb diet, whatever. It's like I always told my sister, just because I'm on a low carb diet, if I still eat 3,000 calories worth of carrots, that's still 3,000 calories worth of food going into my system. So I was never like a binge eater. I was never one to I want all the things, so eat it all. I was just a large quantity eater, like at one sitting. To where, I could eat, a large French, and it's also what I ate. Don't get me wrong. Not like I made healthy choices all the time either. Because I could sit there and eat a double quarter pounder with cheese, a large fry, a large drink, an apple pie, and an ice cream if I wanted to. And a couple hours later, eat again. I could eat. I could throw down the food. I could definitely eat like a whole rotisserie chicken. I could eat, 10 tacos. I could eat. But, again, back to the surgery was based on wanting to get healthy, wanting to make, as time to shrink Erica would say, time to make that next healthy choice. trust in the journey. Guess what? I still haven't learned how to make that next healthy choice for me. And if I can't learn how to make that next healthy choice for me, how can I trust in this journey? How can I even truly stay on a journey? I don't want to be in the statistic of a regainer. And yes, I know everybody regains some weight, but I don't want to be sitting here one day going, guys, I'm 282 pounds again. And that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that I'm going to end up the failure. The person who failed at weight loss because they couldn't know how to make that next right decision, that next healthy choice. And the journey that I'm on is the wrong journey. So that's where I'm at today. I hope eventually I'm able to make that next healthy choice. And the correct healthy journey.